So we're going to do a stretch 3 different ways. I'm going to have my back to you so you can see the difference. And we're going to hold each stretch for 30 seconds. I don't know if you can see the timer right now. But the first one is just a regular lunge. I've got my left foot back and my feet are aligned. And it's just a lunge and a calf stretch, and I'm pushing my heel down. I'm trying to pull my left toes up toward my knee. Just a nice, easy stretch. Now, I'm going to change this a little bit. I want you to watch the difference. I'm going to take my right foot over to the right side about 18 inches. Now, I'm still pressing my right heel down and pulling my toes, or my left heel down and pulling my toes up toward my knee. This is just a little different angle. And now we're going to switch again, and I'm going to transition through the first one was in line like this. Now I'm going to move 18 inches to the left, okay? And I'm going to push the heel down and I'm going to pull the toes up like I was before. But I've got a little different angle on that stretch. And we hold each stretch for 30 seconds. And now I'm going to switch to my right foot back, and the first one's in line. And you're going to work with this stretch. Move your hips up and down. But you want to try pressing your right heel down and lifting your toes up towards your knees, or having that sensation, not actually doing it. Okay, now we're going to move the left foot about 18 inches to the left. We're going to leave the right foot right where it is. And so I've got a little different angle on that leg, still pushing the right heel down and having the sensation of pulling the toes up toward the knees. And now we're going to move back to center, and then I'm going to do about 18 inches, 1.5 feet to the right. Now the right foot is not moving. It's going to stay right where it is, but you're getting a little different angle on that stretch. And this knee is straight. It's soft but straight. And I'm holding onto a chair to help me balance so I can work the stretch. Okay, now I'm going to come back to center, and I'm going to switch back left foot. And once again, the feet are in line, but now I'm going to try and keep my left heel down while I'm trying to bend the left knee toward the floor. So instead of keeping that knee straight, I'm trying to bend the knee. And now 18 inches to the right, keep the left heel where it is, and still continue to try bending that knee toward the floor, keeping that left heel on the floor best you can. Not worrying so much about lifting your toes up as pushing that knee down. And then we've got one more stretch on this left side. We're going to come back to center, and then we're going to move the right foot 18 inches from center to the left, still pressing that left heel down and trying to bend the left knee. And then we're going to do those 3 positions on the right side. Once again, the hips are in line, Pressing the right heel down and then trying to lower the right knee toward the floor. And then we're going to take the left foot about 18 inches to the left, keeping that right heel right where it is, and bending that right knee toward the floor. Good. And last standing stretch. We come to center and then 18, about a foot and a half to the right. Perfect. All right, now we're going to do some rocking. Turn the chair around so I can use the back of it. You're going to do toes up, heels up. 2, okay, now we're going to do calf raises only, but we're going to have our feet in a V, shaped like a V, lift and lower, 30 seconds. And we're going to keep doing calf raises, but we're going to make the feet parallel. Now we're going to roll the feet out and in, out and in. Good, just your range of motion. You might need to make your feet a little wider so your knees don't stop you from rotating in. Good, now we're going to walk around on our toes for 30 seconds. Just staying up on your toes. And now we're going to walk on our heels for 30 seconds. Good, and now we're going to do something called a zigzag. We're going to go side to side with our feet, back and forth. Perfect. Now I'm going to turn this chair around and take a seat, and I'm going to zoom in on those feet so you can see better what I'm doing. Okay, we're going to start with a little toe control. We're going to try and keep the 4 toes down and lift the big toes. And then we're going to keep the big toes down and lift the 4 toes. And switch, and you'll go at your own pace. This might be really hard the first time, might get easier, might not. So big toes up, big toes down. Big toes up, big toes down. Good, okay, now we're going to do what's called a flexion wave. Let's do just 1 foot. So you're gonna curl your toes, and then like you're curling around a ball, bring your toes down to the floor, and then we're gonna uncurl the ball and uncurl the toes. So curl, curl. Some have called this monkey feet. Curl the toes, curl around an imaginary ball under your foot. Good, we'll do the other side. Curl, curl, uncurl, uncurl. Curl, curl, uncurl, uncurl. Perfect. Now we're going to do circles with one ankle for 30 seconds in one direction. And then for 30 seconds in the other direction. So you can go as fast as you want or as slow as you want. Good. And then the other foot, one direction. And then the other direction. All right, this next exercise is called toe scrunches. So you can get a towel or a marble, or this is a bell that I had handy, and what you're going to do is pick up the bell and move it. And 30 seconds on the other foot. Just scrunch. And you can pick it up between the first 2 toes or the last 2 toes. And then we're gonna do something called an arch lift. So you're gonna not grip the floor with your toes, but try to keep your big toe down and lift the arch. And just work with it. Try to keep your knee over your ankle. And you're supposed to keep your, call it your big toe ball down, and keep your toes relaxed, and just lift up through this arch. And then we'll do the other side. That's supposed to help with flat feet. But work with it and you can do this standing too. And you can do it when you're in line at the grocery store. It's just a sensation of pulling the arch up and then releasing. Good, we're gonna do a little stretch here. I'm gonna curl these toes under and then sit back. And you can play with this a little bit. Or not. Whatever feels right. Okay, I forgot this one. So with one foot you're going to push down, lift up, push down. So kind of like you're pressing the gas pedal up and down. And then when you get to the bottom, push into the floor. Floor it. And then we'll try the other side. No, that's definitely not the gas pedal. Slam on the brakes. Oops, try not to lift that heel up. Okay. And now finally, if you have a band, well actually second to last, if you have a band, there are 4 directions to work your foot. We'll do each one for 30 seconds, but forward. And this is kind of like the calf raises that we did. You can figure out where the band works best for you and how much tension to give it. Now, you pull your leg to the outside, and you have to think about working the foot and not using your leg muscles, but your foot muscles. And now the other way, this just keeps getting trickier. And you can tie this off. In fact, I'm going to use the chair for pulling towards myself, but you could tie this off to a stable leg of your bed or table. But once again, you try using your foot muscles rather than your leg muscles. And then, let's see if we can Oh, my chair keeps coming toward me. Or have a friend hold your tie. And then the other foot. And to the outside. And then to the inside. And if you're still with me, the last thing that you can do is balance. And this is easier to do with your shoes on. And if standing on one foot is easy, you can try moving the other foot around to keep your balance or to challenge yourself. We're going to do this a total of 5 times on each side, 30 seconds, take you 5 minutes. And this is the last thing we're doing, so if you've had it or your feet have had it, you could be done. One more time on each foot. And you're done. Good job.